You call yourself a man? You know you're a lying, low-life, motherfucking gambling degenerate prick. You know that's what you are?
Well, hello, degenerate fucks, and welcome to the Degenerate Gambler. I'm actually recording this on Wednesday, the 30th of November. Probably release this early since I'm up to speed. Uh, yeah, just going to look back at some of the World Cup bets. My bet from the English games last week, and I've actually got two bets for you this week. So yeah, let's just crack on. So last week. Well, I didn't really have a main bet. I only had one bet. I had Dartford to be over 2.5. That was up. France to win. That was up. The AFC failed to win. That was up. Linfield drew nil each. Brackley draw one each. Now Brackley conceded a 90th, 91st minute equaliser. So I don't know. It was 200. It was paying £210 the bet. So if that had a if they had won 1-0, there might have been a decent cash out, which I might have taken, but it wasn't to be. In the World Cup, I had a few bet builders go close at the weekend. A couple beat by one selection, or small, like one throw in, one corner, that type of thing. On Sunday, the bet wasn't great, so I had Belgium. I think that shocked everybody's bet. I had both teams to score in the Canada game, that was up. Both teams to score in Germany, Spain. Bristol Rovers were beat, and I had Burton over 2.5. They were both FA Cup games. Um, so you say not great. I did have a bet builder where I did throw-ins and stuff. In the what was that? What day was that? Was it Monday? I'm not actually sure. But I actually cashed it out. It was paying 140. I cashed it out for 73, and it would have been beaten by one throw-in. So it got me some money to play with for the bookies. So I'm still playing with that now. The bets I'm doing this week is I'm just doing like a bet builder double for the games that are on at the same time. So uh, haven't had any joy yet. Had a few close, but anyway. So looking at the World Cup, the sort of uh, the stats. So I'll give you what it's been. Um, so far, now this is I'd already done 13 games. I've done another 23 games, so that should be 36 altogether. There's been 20 favourites won, 9 draws, and 7 outsiders. Um, so yeah, decent. Obviously that's a lot of favourites, but a lot of those are, big prices, odds on type thing. There has been some shocks, but nothing major. In the uh, overs so far, there's been 14 games over and 22 not. So obviously a lot of games under 2.5. I mean that's way under 50%. And that only includes up to today. I haven't done while I'm recording this, the France Tunisia games on and the Australia games on. Um, so yeah, I haven't really been betting overs anyway in the World Cup. World Cup is usually, tight games. You'll get the odd game over twos, but not that many. So I'll just quickly get on to this week's bets, and there is two bets this week because there's actually one championship game which is strange this week. And then there's League One, League Two, um, National League North, National League South. So a decent amount of fixtures. The only thing I will say is that they all are on set 80-90% of them are on at 12:30. So it's a day where all the games are on early. I think that's probably because of the World Cup. Because the quarterfinals, or sorry, the last 16 is on Saturday to Tuesday. So anyway, I'll get stuck into it. So I'll read the bet out, and the prices, and then I'll go back over for my research. So the first team is Dagenham at home to Torquay. They're 4-7. That's 1.57 in decimal. Wrexham away to York City, 3-5. That's 1.6. Brackley at home to Spennymoor, 3-4. That's 1.75. Eastbourne Borough home to Chippenham, 4-5. That's 1.8. And Dumbarton away to Bonnyrig Rose at 5-6. Oh shit, I forgot to put the decimal in for that. Anyway, it works out at about 13.5 to 1. So let's get into it. Dagenham and Redbridge at home to Torquay. So currently, Dagenham are ninth, Torquay are bottom of the National League. Form, Dagenham are fourth, 10 points. Torquay 16th with 5 points. At home, Dagenham have the fifth best home record. Torquay's away record is 18th in the league, only 7 points. Lost five. So Dagenham they drew their last game and they've won the four before that, so in pretty good form. Torquay drew their last game, lost the three before that, and drew the game before that. At home, Dagenham they've actually got three draws at home, but they've two wins in there as well. Torquay have lost four in a row away from home and one win. So that's my sort of thinking there on that one. Next, it's Wrexham. Wrexham, who are obviously top of the National League, point ahead of Notts County. They are away to York City, so they're top. York City are 17th. Form, Wrexham are second. York 23rd, only 1 point in the last five. Away from home, Wrexham's record is not as good as you'd maybe expect. They're fifth. They've got 16 points away from home. And York's home record is 20th. They have 12 points at home. Last five, York haven't got a win in five. They've lost three in a row. Wrexham have undefeated in five, two wins, a draw, two wins. At home, York one win in five. They've lost their last two, then two draws and a win. Wrexham, I say the away record isn't great. Drew their last game, won the game before that, drew the two before that, and lost the game before that. But again, this is sort of top of the table versus bottom. Next, on to Brackley. Now, obviously, Brackley shafted me last week, but they are known for having a good home record just historically. So they are, as I say, home to Spennymoor, who are 18th in the league. In the form, they are third, Brackley. Spennymoor 16th. Home form, Brackley are top, 25 points at home from 10 games. Spennymoor are 15th, only 11 points. In the last five, Brackley have won five in a row. And away from home, Spennymoor, no wins in the last five. Draw, loss, draw, loss, draw. So again, the home form should be the thing there, on the fact that Brackley again top of the league versus sort of near the bottom. Next, we go on to Eastbourne Borough. Eastbourne Borough, currently ninth in the table, playing Chippenham, who are 21st. Form, Eastbourne Borough top, 13 points out of 15. Chippenham only 1 point in the last five games. Home, Eastbourne's record only eighth in the league, 15 points at home. Chippenham, rock bottom, only 3 points away from home all season. Last five altogether, Eastbourne won four in a row and one draw. Chippenham, defeat, win, defeat, draw, defeat. So not great. At home, Eastbourne Borough have got two losses in there. They won their last two, lost the two before that, then won the game before that. Chippenham lost their last game, won before that, draw, loss. So again, just in recent form, I'm looking at their Eastbourne Borough, top of the league in form, should really be winning that game. Lastly, then Dumbarton versus Bonnyrig Rose. So Dumbarton are top of the Scottish League Two. Bonnyrig Rose are one from bottom. They are ninth. And in the form, Dumbarton top again, 11 points. Bonnyrig Rose bottom. Away from home, Dumbarton best away record in the league versus a decent home record, seventh for Bonnyrig Rose. But in the last five, let's see. So Bonnyrig Rose, two draws, three defeats in the last five. Dumbarton, win, draw, three wins in the last five. Home, Bonnyrig Rose, 2 defeats, a win, a defeat, a win. Dumbarton, 4 wins in a row away, and then a defeat. So, yeah, that is the main bet this week. Now we'll get on to the overs. Obviously, we all know what to do with the overs. Some of these, there wasn't a few here that aren't necessarily scoring that many goals at the minute, but do historically score against each other. And sometimes if the games aren't massive for scoring at the minute, then I will use the historical. Sometimes there's just games where teams will score against each other. So we have MK Dons Burton, even money 2.0. Leighton Orient Bradford 6-5, it's 2.2. Gateshead Aldershot 3-4, that's 1.75. Peterborough Sport versus Farsley, that's evens 2.0. Northampton Tranmere 13-10, that's 2.3. So in total that actually comes to 34-1. So a pretty big big bet there. But I say that, there wasn't many that stood out massively, so I had to just go with what I thought. So anyway, that's the 2 bets. Just on next week. So as I said, the last 16 is Saturday to Tuesday in the World Cup. Then there's a couple of days gap. Then Friday, Saturday is the quarters. So that's what we've got to look forward to as far as what's coming up with the World Cup. There's a few lower league games on during midweek as well. Nothing special, just maybe 8 or 9 games each night. So there'll be enough to do a few bets with anyway. So that's basically it for this week. Short and sweet episode. As I say, the World Cup getting to the best part. The big games where it matters. So yeah, that's just basically it. That just leaves me to say, if you are doing a bet this week, good luck and happy punting.
Here, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, thanks. Let me find out you fucked up. I'll leave you wherever I find you.